On to more current matters for the Southeastern champion. You've got a lot of problems with Boris Zherkov.
Well, I do, Rick, and first of all, I just returned recently from my hometown. And,
I had just heard that you'd been on vacation in Las Vegas.
Right, I was home in Las Vegas, and I was lucky and fortunate enough to be able to help my good friends Jerry Lewis and Ed McMahon with the annual muscular dystrophy drive, and I just want to tell all my friends in Vegas and Jerry and Ed that it was really, it really gave me a special feeling to be able to help those who aren't quite as fortunate as we are. And let's face it, we all, at one time or another, we seem to take things for granted, and when you get involved in something that is so special like that, you really stop and, so to speak, smell the roses and really count your blessings, Rick. So it was really uplifting for me. But there's something kind of ironic and coincidental happened to me out there. It was during one of the commercial breaks, and I was in the green room with Ed McMahon, and Ed said to me, he says, Austin, that occasionally that we'll pick up some of the Southeastern wrestling on some of the different cable networks and satellite systems that filter in, of course, throughout the country and some of the different foreign countries, and Ed said to me, he says, a couple of times I've seen the Southeastern wrestling program, and I've seen one particular athlete that really sticks out in my mind. And I said, well, who's that, Ed? And he said, it's the Russian athlete that is currently performing right here in our area. And I said, well, you're talking about Boris Zherkov, and of course he agreed. And what Ed said to me, Rick, was that, that it amazed and astounded him that how a guy like Zherkov can come out here, and this is an extremely touchy subject, and believe me, when I talk about it, I get chills and goosebumps because it's something that just I can't understand. But a guy will come out here like he has for the last couple of weeks, as you well know, Rick,
yes,
and literally gloat and make fun and make a big joke out of something that happened a little over a year ago. And you know what I'm talking about is when the tragedy that struck the Korean airliner when the Russian MiG jet fired that heat-seeking missile and down the plane, and so many innocent people that perished in that crash. And Ed told me, he says, well, what's hard for him to understand, and it's hard for me to understand, I'm sure the wrestling fans too, how a guy can come from the Soviet Union and earn American dollars, take them, and we know what he's doing with them. We know he's taking them right back to his country to do with whatever he wants to do with. And I told Ed, I said, well, I guess that's what America is all about. It's freedom of speech, it's freedom to do whatever you want to. But you know something? It's a fact, Rick. Like I said before, the American farmer supplies 80% of wheat to the Russian nation. Without the American farmer, Rick, the Russian civilization would not be able to exist. And right here is 50 pounds, a good old American, actually this is swine feed. And you know something? You know why I brought some swine feed out here, Rick? Because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a Russian communist pig. And if he wants something to eat, darling, I don't know about any wheat, but we'll be glad. Lies, Arthur, lies! You like all the American people. First, you said you believe everything you read in the newspaper. You believe everything you see on TV. You said we shoot your plane down. But why your country not tell you the truth? Your plane was a spy plane. How many times has our country told you you don't come across our line? Any plane that comes across our line gets shot down. We shot it down. It was a spy plane. Another one comes, we shoot it down. Another one comes, we shoot it down. That's why it goes down. Your country not tell you this. Lies. And sure, we get wheat from your country. We take the wheat, but we sell it to our friends, Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia. We use it for our military, nuclear warheads. This is why our country is strong. This is why we are number one. We're number one in everything, Arthur. Your country is like you, and you're yellow like the color of your hair, Otto. You are a coward. You are yellow. You have no guts. Your country do nothing about the plane because they know we kick your butt. And you got a big mouth.
I don't know what to make of this. At a profile, Boris Zherkov has attacked Austin Idol. Arn Anderson's now out of the dressing room. We got to have some kind of assistance to Idol here. They're just... Anderson and Zherkov have got they've got Idol in a bad way. Another backbreaker on the heartthrob. And Arn Anderson, holding Austin Idol as Boris Zherkov crashes lashes down into him. What's he doing? Oh! He's taking that 50-pound bag of meal and just slammed it across the midsection of the Universal Idol out cold. Whoa! Wait a minute! From out of nowhere comes Mr. Olympia. He's clearing the ring. He's after Anderson. Olympia's got Zukov. He nails Tommy Gunn. Mr. Olympia. Where did he come from? Wait a minute. Here's what's up, guys. Mr. Olympia's back and he's after Arn Anderson. Holy cow. Charlie, I don't know what to say.
I don't either, but I tell you what, there is a masked man in the ring right now that is definitely taking care of this situation, and hopefully Idol's all right. We're going to take a quick break and try to restore some kind of order and get our next match in the ring. Mr. Olympia coming out with the assistant, and now handshake.
It looks like Cash is a little reluctant to shake his hand, but I think Mr. Olympia is back, and I think somebody's in trouble.
I do too, and we'll be back with more of Southeastern Television Wrestling in just a moment.